brother, Uptown XO, in the motherfucking building. You feel me? The whole gang is here. JB's here with me. KD's here with me.
All right.
XO, good brother.
It's good, man.
How you feeling, man? First and foremost, you know what I'm saying? Good to see you.
Welcome
Welcome to the gang. Welcome to the festivities. You know what I'm saying? Bruh, a long time coming, bro. It's been like
Definitely
12, 13 years.
Yeah.
If y'all didn't know, me and XO go back to the Studio 43 days. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know about Studio 43, it was the boutique landmark label in the city, or one of them during the early ages of the DC hip hop, like 2000, late 2000s, like 2006 and beyond. And we linked up there, but XO has been a staple of the DC hip hop community since basically, since it became a thing. And if y'all know anything about DC, we've always been respected for go-go, you know what I'm saying? But it took a lot of very good, strong artists and strong brothers to break through and give us, that DC sound, that DC hip hop identity. And this is one of the brothers that was on the forefront and still dropping amazing music. Just dropped a new project, Culture Over Corporate, that came out at the top of the year and is making waves. We've been to Washington Post, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Making crazy noise, and it's good to hear that still respecting, and they respect the quality and they respect the authenticity of the real DC sound.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is my brother Uptown X. So, how you feeling, man?
What's up, man? Hey, man, it's a good day.
It is a very, 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 very good day. We got a lot of questions, bro. We got Uptown XO. Introduce yourself to the folks.
Uptown XO. Young black guy from Washington, D.C. The son of two musicians. The grandson of two entrepreneurs. Godfather, I call myself the grandson of go-go. Because my grandfather managed one of the first go-go bands in the city, the Young Senators.
That's fire.
You know what I'm saying?
That's fire. So the music's in your veins.
Definitely.
Man.
Yeah, he was born into it.
Yeah.
Man, and DC music is fully ingrained in your system. So when did you start? So I guess music is, since the jump. But when did you first start taking up your interest in music?
I was born into it, man. My pops, he ended up playing the drums because he was around the go-go band. You know what I mean? Ended up playing with Gil Scott Hearn and Michelle with the cello and like that type vibe, and a lot of jazz stuff. But I was playing drums with his drums back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And in elementary school, ended up playing trumpet. I was on some Dizzy Gillespie shit. I was fucking with Dizzy Gillespie at that time. I was like, I played trumpet for the band in elementary school. You know what I'm saying?
Like everybody in elementary school, it was like that 3rd or 4th grade time when everybody was
right,
like,
that's what it was. It was like 4th grade and
yeah.
shit. Yeah.
I tried the drums for, it was like 1 year, but I never practiced. But my parents didn't want me to make noise in the house, so there was that conflict of interest. Like, I don't want to get beat for trying to be great at this music shit, so I'm gonna just not take the beat and fuck this music. I'll figure out a way back into it. But that's fine. But so this is a 4th grade, you said, so it was the trumpet and
then that's drums and trumpet. That's about it. A little bit of piano too, though, in there, but I never mastered any of those. You know what I'm saying? The way I never had a passion for it, the way I was passionate about, I guess like sports at that same time. I was always playing football and basketball since I could even remember for real. But I was passionate about that, you know what I'm saying? Like in my free time, that's what I would do. You know what I'm saying? So for a minute when I was younger, I didn't really want to do music. I wanted to be an athlete. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to play football or basketball. Like that was my thing.
And I would have thought that was the Black American dream for all of us. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I was going to be in the NFL when I was about like.
Yeah.
But I was playing in school, my grades getting fucked up. I started, fucking with the streets and
Right.
smoking weed, hanging out and shit, doing nigga shit.
You already know.
Then it was like, nigga, fuck practice and shit. I'm about to, man,
Practice run with this J, nigga.
and make some bread too, though, like around that time too. Like, nigga, man, fuck all this shit. This shit crazy. Because when you into that shit, it's like like you ain't got no life. You got a life, but you ain't got no life. Like, when you come home from practice tired and shit. Then you gotta do homework and shit after that. And then you still gotta wake up early. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got a job while you in school for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You from Uptown, right?
Yeah. I went to high school in Maryland too.
Okay.
Why is he went to?
Roosevelt had a good football team in PG County at that time.
Yeah, I remember that area.
Like early 2000s. So I was trying to go there and see what's up, but I remember I had cafeteria duty. Just even at law too though. I had cafeteria duty, and at the end of cafeteria duty, it used to be these dudes rapping and shit like the New York niggas and shit like that. They used to be the last niggas in the cafeteria. So I got cafeteria duty because I was wilding out or whatever. Saturday school, in school suspension, you know what I'm saying? I guess looking back, I was a bad kid, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
I might have been the problem.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was fighting like shit, so but the administrators really fucked with me. So they, instead of suspending me and putting me out of school, they make me do little shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But I ended up meeting them dudes and shit, and I jumped in their rap cipher. And then I ended up linking with them dudes, officially meeting them, because I had been seeing them like, who's these fucking clown ass niggas? But they ended up being my friends and shit and really teaching me the fundamentals of this shit, helping me get good. Cause that was some shit, you know what I'm saying? Like then, but being around the New York dudes, they really helped me get in the mix, you know what I'm saying, with the whole vibe of hip hop. And I go to my man house, he got the 4-track over that joint. He got his name was Will Cody. He lived across the street from the school. Biz Marquis used to live across the street from Lowell High School too.
Shout out to Biz.
So I used to make tapes over his jump and put them in Biz Marquis mail. Put them in his mailbox at his house. You know what I'm saying?
That's fire.
Like a lot of niggas used to do that. You know what I'm saying? Cause then everybody knew where the fuck this nigga lived.
Hell yeah, that's some wild
Back
shit.
when it was still cool to do that.
Just like
Yeah.
Can't do that now.
He was like managing Black Indian, and Low Mall was right there. They knocked it down now, but like it was John Liddy out there. When coming from the city, moving out there, it was like a new world. Like damn, there was no social media, so I ain't know what the fuck Landover. I didn't know about none of that shit.
Hell yeah.
I ain't know about none of that shit.
Yeah.
This right fucking
It was out the
30
city.
minutes. And shit, you know what I'm
Shout out
saying?
to Black Indian too. Black Indian was definitely the first rapper who I ever could remember seeing his videos on. You remember the Black
Sites
Indian
of
joint?
Buck,
It's like hell yeah. I remember that shit. That shit was like, it's like damn, this is like this thing's from DC.
And right around that time, I was like, damn, I could probably do this shit.
That
You know
shit
what I'm
is
saying?
yeah, man.
No bullshit. So around that time, that's when I jumped out there and got with those guys, started sparring, and got good. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, then went to Roosevelt after that, and then so I was like already rapping, and then linked up with the guys that was rapping at Roosevelt. And, I was always coming back into the city, but then it was like this open mic that the crew I got with at Roosevelt we used to go to down U Street. You know what I'm saying? And that was all ages joint. That's where I met Odyssey and YU, and a lot of the cause I straight had battle raps. I ain't even had no songs like that.
Okay, so it started. I feel like that's how I got it because
It was battling back then. It was some battle shit. Like, I ain't even had no song until I impressed a nigga one night because I kept coming every fucking Friday night. If my mans and them don't come, I'm still coming. And I made a name, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So producers start coming up to me. Odyssey approached me like, hey, I want you to be a part of this. My man Gadget approached me, I want you to be a part of this. He took me in the studio, gave me beats, and was like, all right, bet, these the songs, I gotta write a song now. He paying for my studio time. I'm young as shit, you know what I'm saying?
How old were you around this time?
I was like 18.
Okay.
Oh
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, no better.
I was 18.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was 16, 17, 18, took me 2 years to really get that recognition for people to start embracing me, but I was going since I was like 16 though. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. So a literal lifetime in music, man, that's crazy. So from the open mics, all right. So jumping in the studio, all right, pick it back up from, all right.
Was it hard for you to try to create a song? Going from just battle rapping?
I say nah, cause like when I moved to, what's it called, Greenbelt in Spring Hill Lake. That's where I was living at. I had my man's Outlaw. He had gave me some beats, a bunch of old school hip hop joints, and I had bought the 4-track. You know, I bought like a karaoke machine and would record myself on the karaoke machine. So I was recording my own mixtape, kind of like in the closet. and I did a whole project with them beats that he gave me. It was like on 2 CDs.
This
So
shit is so authentically hip hop. This shit's crazy.
yeah, so on Nutty Jones, that was like Goku in the hyperbolic chamber when he turned the gravity up. You know what I'm saying? So I just doing that, I put together a little project and was making copies of the tape and circulating and shit like that around school for it. But yeah.
That shit is crazy, dog. Like that shit is the story. That man, that's like a real hip hop ass movie type shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like to just know that you're gonna do it and just all right. That shit is super authentic. I want to touch on you talked about why you on Odyssey, Diamond District. You know what I'm saying? That definitely was the project was a game changer. Yeah, it definitely was a staple, and we still talk about it to this day. You know what I'm saying? The real hip hop heads and the folks that know what's going on. What was the mindset? How did that project come together? Like, put us in that field.
Honestly, like I said, met him at the open mic down U Street, Capital City Records on U and 11th, and he had an idea a long time ago. Then we did a song together. It was called Gully or something like that. Gully. That's how old it is. People still using that terminology.
Gully.
Gully.
That's a 99 terminology.
Yeah.
99 2000.
Yeah. Boy, I was young as shit. They older than me. Odyssey older than me, and YU was older than both me and Odyssey. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, that song. I remember we performed the first time we got on stage and performed that joint together. At Capital City Records, and we had a big response from that because we had all like recognition at that point, like locally. So that song was the first, like, yeah, I'm gonna make a project. We're gonna do an album and we're gonna tour this joint. That's what Odyssey said. We did it. Okay.
That in the rough,
Yeah.
my brother.
From
Hey man,
Thank you, bro.
I'm trying to tell you.
Thank you.
What made y'all have like a separate, like at the end of a certain song, y'all each have like a minute freestyle at the
Odyssey
end of
did
those
that.
tracks?
That was
You
Odyssey
had,
idea.
I'm gonna tell you, your joint,
Yeah.
like, I holla, you know what I'm saying, was getting
Up in the
high,
sky.
taking shots after
After
Shahada.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
where that come from? You know what I'm saying? What's the inspiration? Like, when I heard that, I was in school. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went to Hampton. But that in the rough, man, I put so many people on that joint. But just like that type of flow, where do you get that from? You know what I'm saying? Like, so,
Yeah, man. The beat just be talking to me for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hear beating and I get that feeling. You know what I'm saying? But with those particular, I guess interludes, I guess you can say, that was Odyssey idea. You know what I'm saying? Just to get the people an idea of who we were individually. You know what I'm saying? So when that was the concept, that's how I wrote to it. You know what I'm saying, John? Like, like this is the distinction between the three of us. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And I guess the distinction was like the different aspects of vulnerability in those 3 tracks. You know what I'm saying? The Odyssey joint, I guess, was more so like intention with his joint.
I know somebody asked me when they first moved down here, they was like, man, if you had to give me a representation of DC hip hop, what would you give me? I gave them that album. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, man, like I just felt like in terms of representation, man, like yourself and brothers Odyssey, why you, man. You know what I'm saying? That album was crazy, man. I appreciate y'all doing that joint, man.
Thank you,
Of course, and the city.
Thank you, man. Thank you, Odyssey. Shoot, I had that. You know what I mean? For real.
Did you guys realize putting that project together, the impact that it would have over time and the way that it would kind of get better over time, mature and like.
It was all Odyssey's idea. You know what I'm saying? But me being in it from the outside looking in, me being inside the bubble, I didn't think that the bubble was going to blow up, and you know what I'm saying, it was going to be received like it was being received. You know what I'm saying? But that joint, it was a void that needed to be filled. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly noticed that, and he was like, all right, we need to just fill this void right here. And yeah, that's what it was.
I'm telling you. Timeless music, bro, and that's what it is. And with all of us, you know what I'm saying, in whatever field that we choose to pursue our paths, there's always the idea of being able to live forever through your art.
Yeah.
And once you jump in the room, they respect you for what you've done and then what you're able to do in the future. Because you know, this is talking about stuff that's years and decades or so in the past, but then we come up and we speed through and you just drop something that could be, it's about to repeat.
Around that time in school, so I was
Okay.
I was promoting Ryder MC heavy, and around that time Monumental came out. You know what I'm saying, man, it's another joint you gotta start with.
Definitely.
Real niggas only. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on though, yo, because before I even got to that point, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had some other projects that came out before that even led up to me meeting and getting that buzz with to even meet Kenny Burns and even do that project. You know what I'm saying? And be with Studio 43. So I was working with Wale like after high school, moved back to the city. You know, I barely graduated out that joint. Moved back to the city. My mom's job kicked me out for real. So it's like, what I'm gonna do now? So I'm just working and going to college, going to school and college or PG community college. Been there for like 3 months. Never went back. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, fuck it, I'm working. And ended up working at PG Mall. And around that time, I was in the FYE. I said, I applied everywhere, just so I could be in the mall, but I wanted to work at like Last Stop or DTLI or like
Sports Zone.
Up Against the Wall. One of the jumps should be popping at, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I said I'm gonna just work anywhere, and then I'm gonna be next to where I want to work at to be able to get to know the manager and be able to manipulate my way into the system. You know what I'm saying? So I'm coming in there, you know, jive, fly, young nigga. Start fucking with the manager, Eric, at DTLR. I was working at FYE though. And Odyssey came out with the CD with Gully on Have Two Records. The jump was in FYE. So I was pushing that shit and really pushing that, you know what I'm saying? I ended up working at the DTLR. And I was like, yeah, boom, you know, my shit in stores. Right down there, you can go check me out. Wow, you know what I'm saying? That's when I first got my ass capped and all that information and started learning a little bit about the business. But while they was working at the same time, and so it was me, him.
I was working at Sports Zone at the same time, and that's crazy. So I remember at the same time Wale, this is like at the tail end, he kind of was on the way out.
Yeah,
I remember that.
But I was there.
That's what I'm saying. The downtown locker room.
I was bald headed back then.
The last stop, it was like 3 stores that was crazy. You know what I'm saying? That was popping. Like I would go to see. You know what I'm saying? Niggas would wear the fly shit. You know what I'm saying? But
Stop, Sports Zone.
And then Up Against the Wall.
Up Against the Wall.
That was
jumps.
Yeah.
Jumps.
joints. Yeah. Yeah.
So we used to be there rapping, and him, my man, Sneaker Man Dan, used to, come in there vibing. That's when I even learned about Facebook and MySpace. They put me on that shit. I didn't know what that shit was. You know what I'm saying? I was in my world. You know what I'm saying? I was like really into the streets back then. That's like all the nigga knew at that point. You know what I'm saying? And just coming out, trying to figure shit out, being in different places, situations, different people, different aspects of life.
Yeah.
Just through working at my job, I just learned so much shit. You know what I'm saying? So they coming in there with the SB dunks. This before niggas even knew about shit like that.
And them shits where you just get up and there wasn't busting your head.
It was a hustle. They was hustling. The manager used to get mad that these niggas would be selling shoes out the store. It's like we supposed to be selling our shoes and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
all this shit. Oh man, all this shit.
So he that's like in the beginning when he started fucking with Kenny Burns. You know what I'm saying? He was going down platinum and shit like that. I ain't had no project out yet. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even have a project out. So I was putting something together though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was planning to come out with something. You know what I'm saying? With the beats Odyssey was giving me, and YU, I got some beats from him, and my man Slim Cat was getting some beats from him at that time. And the first project was the Takeover. That's on my Bandcamp. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. I still, man, listen, the Bandcamp is a secret weapon right now. If you was really into your music shit, you know what I'm saying, during that time, Bandcamp, I downloaded the app. Like, matter of fact, when I was looking for Monumental, I went and I did my Googles or whatever, it took me right to the Bandcamp, and it's just like, damn, bro, like, if you was really on that, because Bandcamp was changing the game. Like, that was the first time, I feel like that was the first wave where folks was able to put out full projects.
And really track it, because when I dropped Monumental, it was on some Z-Share type. It was a Z-Share link.
Z-Share, mega upload and all that.
Mega upload.
Damn, rapid share and shit.
Right.
Oh my God. You know, I just got, shout out to P.O. P.O. just sent me a Backyard, one of their new projects, with a rapid share link. And I was like, dog, I didn't even know you could still, like, how do you even play this shit? Like, you have to, how would you play that?
And with that buzz back then, if I dropped it on Bandcamp, you know what I'm saying? And even probably sold that motherfucker that shit.
Because you can sell it right off that joint too. That shit was.
Yeah, hella downloads on it, free downloads.
They got free downloads.
Downloads.
And then didn't they have it where you had to type in your you had to give them your email. Yep. So that's an automatic mailing list. No, this is like, damn, they changed the game crazy. People should drop their shit back on Bandcamp, for real. Yeah. But man, that's nuts.
Cultural Corporate is on Bandcamp.
Yep. Yes,
it's on all platforms.
Shout out to Bandcamp. Cut the check, man. You know what I'm saying? With y'all. But yeah, bro. So you was about to drop the project.
So then, I'm gonna get my buzz up doing me. I'm promoting Wale in the store when he's not even there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So in doing that, I need my man Charles Keys. Keys Open Doors on Instagram. You know
okay.
And he's from Rittenhouse. So
I know exactly what you're talking about. I promote.
Yeah. Yeah. But I met him, and he was like, damn, my nigga, you promote so hard, what you do? Because I just like that feel. It reminded me of the block and shit. Like just that traffic that used to come in them stores and shit and just selling shit, you know what I'm saying? So I used to just use them principles at work and shit, you know what I'm saying? Hey, come here, let me talk to you right quick, you know what I'm saying? What you want, man?
The hustle, man, the hustle, the energy, knowing, the learning how to hustle will take you everywhere, bro. Yeah, man.
I sold. I used to be selling his mixtapes sometimes. When he come back, boom, he go to bread I made, bro. What you want? You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
And it's not like we grew up together and had that bond. It's just
it's like real man.
One for your brother, what you want for yourself type
exactly.
shit. But so I was hype man in some shows and stuff like that. You know what I mean? With Wale, and I remember I ended up being a manager in DTLR. They took me on some management shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, alright. I'm on some magazines. I'm selling like a motherfucker.
Hell yeah,
get the people's guy. Like I went to so many different schools. all around DC, all around Maryland. You know what I'm saying? Went to play sports. It was just, you know, in the underground rap scene. So knowing so many people,
a staple in the city.
There's no way I can't. No way I'm gonna go and not have a report. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So or just having a personality to be able to get the numbers up at the store type shit. You know what I'm saying? So. He down there with the we about to go shop my man. You gotta go look out for us. Hey, hold them J's for me, bro. What do you want?
How many times you got that call? That hold them J's for me call?
A lot. You know
I believe.
We used to do it for Wale. So one time, some fives came out, and I was working at 14th and U, and he was like, I'm about to go holler at Judah. Went over there to holler at Judah. I met Judah through him.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying? And gave him my like project or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Heard my stuff. Wale stacked me, so his ears was open. You know what I'm saying? And I ended up doing a project with Judah, and ended me doing a project with him. Paid him for studio time. Woody Wop. You know what I'm saying? He gave me the beats job like for free, but I paid him for the studio time to do everything. You know what I'm saying?
And that's that.
And that was my real first organized project. You know what I'm saying? I was like in a professional studio. You know what I'm saying? It was recorded at one studio.
Right.
It was mix and master was with it. You know what I'm saying? Because he was the producer, so he cared about how he put his shit out. You know what I'm saying?
And you work with him exclusively production wise on that project?
Yeah, just him. You know what I'm saying? We put together the Timeless EP.
Okay.
And so I put out Takeover. Put out the Timeless EP with him. That was my first drink. Then I was like, all right, I got the hang of this. Let me try it again. Did Takeover 2.
Okay.
That's when I got the Wale feature with the Riding Part 2. I put the
Riding
out with Riding Odyssey. I did Riding Part 2 with Wale on it, but then YU produced it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I do strategic things like that all throughout my music, so you go back and backtrack.
Go back,
you know
because even up until this project,
all the way even up till now. You know what I'm saying? So did that, and so Takeover Timeless came out, and around that time I got into the nightlife promoting with Matt Powder Unit, Tupac D, Dominic Moxie. So we had parties, K Street Lounge. Lotus opened up. We was at Lotus, Love, H2O.
Oh hell yeah! I remember that.
The streets up heavy. You know what I'm saying?
that was the time, man. I swear to God, if everyone that is in the mix now, we all came from. There was those OGs and see they just had them situations promotion wise, and then it was just like they all was able to set such a strong foundation. Talk about that, man. Talk about that era.
That's why I learned the fundamentals of like this real marketing, being out there. And I was already in the streets, and there was a certain aspect of just being out in the streets. You know what I'm saying? And the vibe. You know what I'm saying? That it's a high you even get from that. You know what I'm saying? When you selling shit. You know what I'm saying? So you replace it with something else. And it's like, man, come to my party now. You know what I'm saying? You see a bad jump, and you want to approach her. You may not know what to say. This flyer is the reason to have something to open the line of conversation, to be able to segue into whatever else. You know what I'm saying? So, and then me and my man, we used to go to the mall and do stuff like, look, we gonna split up, see who can get the most numbers, and then meet back up here in an hour. Type shit. You know what I'm saying? That's like my sales shit is crazy. So, you know what I'm saying? So from the streets to working in DTLR, Woody Wop, they wanted me to be a manager. They give me stores. We need you over here. They did this store, Woody Wop. You know what I'm saying? So I just knew the fundamentals, and then bar none. I was when Capital City Records closed down. Bar none opened up. Well, they was already open, but I went over there because I was 18 at the time and could get into the club and do other shit. So Raheem Devon, and that was a whole nother vibe. That's like the up and up open mic. If you ever been there. That's like that type of vibe, you know what I'm saying? Neo soul, bang up that joint. It wasn't real hip hop, you know what I'm saying? It was jive hip hop, but it was jive like Common, Most Def.
Right, okay.
You know
So
it wasn't battle aggressive.
You
know what I'm saying? Shoot 'em up, bang. You know, not too much cursing. A lot of nice young ladies in there, but that's the next vibe I went to after Capital City Records. So I was going there while promoting in the streets, nightlife, and being a manager, you know what I'm saying? Fucking Wale, going to all the open mics and shit. So I'm getting known. I'm knowing the DJs because I'm in the club and shit. Then I can get into any club because I know the security because I'm a promoter and shit like that. So that's giving me leverage, job. Like, and I said, damn, job like opening up.
Forgot a game,
Job
so
like
listen.
You know what I'm
Open
saying?
your ears, ladies and gentlemen.
Job like opening myself up. You know what I'm saying? So it was like that was like my school. Fuck school. This is my school.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I got paid to really learn. You know what I'm saying? Because I was getting paid for the job. I was job like still in the streets too, and then was in the nightlife. So now I was getting money to be able to invest in myself. So that's what I started doing with the Judah project. Then I did the same thing with the Takeover 2, and at that time I got I wanted to mix that up with all the incredible producers that was fucking with me at that time. You know what I'm saying? That I was affiliated with through Capital City Records, and it's that whole world that I know motherfuckers ain't know about from where we come from, being in the go-go, being a part of the main culture of DC. You know what I'm saying? Like Black Hole, Go-Go, Icebox, Ibex, Hot Shot, Mag Chef. You know what I'm saying? CFE. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit. You know what I mean? Like so. I wanted to be the ones to expose people to that world. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And that's still what I'm trying to do up to this time period right now. That's how niche of a sound it is, I guess you could say. You know what I'm saying? As far as what it is, it's a very small pocket of producers that make up, like, what's the sound of DC? You just name one producer when you describe it, but it's many.
Yeah.
From Odyssey, I want to expose that out here. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
It's people that niggas ain't even heard of that's like that too, though. Kokai, man, Choppy Chop, DJ Roddy Rod, shit.
Talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but just to be able to run and, you know what I'm saying, have so many names now, you know what I'm saying, and a lot of that was bred from those days. You know what I mean?
So did the Takeover 2 jump, and then with that project I tried to do that. So my man Duncan, which Odyssey, he used to come to Odyssey crib, and Odyssey used to be teaching him how to make beats. You know what I'm saying? While I was recording stuff like Riding with Odyssey and stuff like that was on my first project. You know what I'm saying? The Takeover. So I said I'm gonna work with Odyssey protege, empower him. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope, man.
So he like laid the foundation to that. Then I said, all right, let me take a drink from Judah. Start working at DTL. I was working at Last Stop. And my man Jamie got me with these guys named In the Streets. You know what I'm saying? Two Dominican. In the Streets, two Dominican. My man Ricky, my man Ocean. You know what I'm saying? So they was playing my song over there. You know what I'm saying? We did a record together. It was called Heartless. They was playing my songs in the store. My first project. And then I went down with Georgia Ave. Now I'm at the Last Stop with Georgia Ave.
Oh shit.
I'm running that joint. I'm playing my project out the store. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in the nightlife. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like making a name. I'm getting lit. You know what I'm saying? Like I got flyers. Now I learned how to promote, pass out flyers. My man Chuck come on board, and I say, look, this is what we should do, y'all. We should get flyers and Chuck had the marketing team around me back then to make some of the things come to life. You know, some ideas that I had learned about through beating the streets up, you know what I'm saying, in the nightlife, being a promoter. Standing outside the Club Love with a box of flyers, 5,000.
Yeah.
And Jay-Z may be in that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? But the fundamentals is, nigga, you talk to everybody that come out that bitch.
Just get them gone.
It's 3,000 motherfuckers in there. And we a street team. It's 5 of us. We're going to be at every door of this club. You know what I'm saying? And they come out one by one. Boom. It's boom. K-Street Lounge Sunday. 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 You know what I'm saying? Like, with that tenacity with it, though.
Literally.
Like, we used to beat the streets up. They used to be out there drunk, picking up my flies. I used to smack niggas' hand. Man, I put my fucking flies down, dog. Niggas come through drunk and shit and taking this shit serious. This is what we do. Like, we take pride in this shit. And, like, at that time, Debo, who's managing Fat Trail and shit, he was working with Mad Power Unit. He was out there too. So I'm in the mix. We vibing. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
He was an artist. They had his shit on the radio. The spots we used to throw parties at. He used to be performing and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I definitely didn't see
Debo been on the scene.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
that's crazy. Free Debo, right?
Free Debo.
Yeah,
you know
free
what I'm
Debo, free Fat Trail. You know what I
Free
mean?
Fat Trail. You know what I'm saying? So, put out the that drink, and then I meet Team Demo after I do the Takeover 2 jump, and I got unknown. Like I said, I got a bunch of producers on that joint just from this area. YU production, Odyssey production, Slim Cat production, Judah production. You know what I'm saying? Duncan, and that's like one scope of what the DC sound is. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, want some hip hop shit? Damn, this guy like that shit got a lot of attention. And my man Modi, who ended up doing the Trelectro and
shout out to Super Modi,
working with like big brands and shit like
Hell
that.
Yeah, man.
He pushed that project. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's when it was like people started to believe in me. I'm getting blog placement. You know what I'm saying? Through him.
Yeah, I remember that was the blog era.
Now I'm on blogs, DCToBC.com. Yeah, that jump. Now I'm on Two Dope Boys with D-Wild. Dan Wiseman, Wale was rocking with him. Dan Wiseman used to look out for me.
Right.
Before I was Studio 43, so Takeover 2 was on the blogs and shit like that. It was getting recognition. You know what I'm saying?
That blog era, bro.
That was on the blogs and shit. You know what I mean?
That Life is But a Spaceship was the blog that's how International A-Ball got started, you know what I'm saying? And just being in that crest of, all right, this gets dropped, and I definitely posted. I feel like that was probably the first project I posted, and that was before, just like you said, before 443. But just seeing Modi and them, and it's like, oh, this is DC and shit. Oh, it's like, oh, this is
got their own hip hop wave. Like, damn,
we
here
now?
This shit crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And especially because, you know, Modi was up in Boston, but I'm down in Atlanta, so it's just like, all right, bet. Y'all just want to hear go? Fuck that shit. Look, we got some real hip hop shit too. Man, this, that, and the other. Here's the go-go shit too, because we was doing the go-go down there, you know what I'm saying? We was promoting and doing the same type of thing. That's why a lot of these shits, like, I remember, that was my freshman year of college, you know what I'm saying? Down there promoting Pirates and bringing the go-go bands down there and trying to, you know, incorporate that sound down there to get the respect, because we didn't even know Atlanta was going to be what it was, and the respect was needed down there until way later. But man, that blog era, bro, that was a major time, G. Like that was
me, man. And so at that time, Judah, Studio 43 was doing their thing while they was breaking off from them at that point. You know what I'm saying? I remember hype man for Wale on one show, and at the end of the song or whatever, you know how Jay-Z used to be like $1 million gone, you know what I'm saying? He used to be like no more 4-3, you know what I'm saying? Type shit like that.
I remember.
You know what I'm saying? I used to be like no more 4-3, you know what I'm saying? Like in that era, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
So he was branching off and shit, and then they was messing with Marquis.
Right.
Yeah. So then I dropped Us First Them with Team Demo, who I met through just being around like Wale and going to all the events they used to have in Stussy and you know what I'm saying? It's that crew, Sneaker Man Dance. Like, I'm from the streets, we be in another world. Hanging with these guys, they don't really up to they doing stuff over here. Like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Alright, that what is like damn. I'm like, damn, it's a whole nother world, you know what I'm saying? They never be in the go-go and never probably come to that vibe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, that was.
And some of them didn't come to Capital City Records or even bar none. Like it's worlds within worlds in this shit. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm just going from world to world within the city though.
And being able to do it so effortless, because just you know, just being yourself. You know what I mean? And that's just respect.
So, so I meet Team Demo. We put out the Us First Them jump, and that was my team. I didn't do it by myself. You know what I'm saying? No bullshit. I'm at Charles Keys. You know what I'm saying? Chuck, you know what I'm saying? Makedo, you go to Makedo,
yeah, man.
You gonna see that nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to that good man.
But
So you say that.
So I did. So I put out the Us vs. Them joint team demo. You know, they ended up doing production for 50 Cent. No, they like real credible. You know what I'm saying? And then Jay Skrilla, I always knew him, but like they worked with him,
right?
Like, close knit too though, and that whole like Interloop Records
and Lyricist and all those guys,
you know So that was like that sound. That was straight hip hop. You know what I'm saying? That album, and it was a different sound, production wise. It was like let me go here with it. That was like they from VA. Let me go to the VA based production, DC based production, Maryland based production. You know what I'm saying? With Odyssey. You know what I'm saying? Different vibes to all of them.
Really.
Then I went to the back to Southeast after the Us vs. Them joint with Real Matic, you know what I'm saying? Which was mostly, that was all Tone P and Craig, Best Kept Secret.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Tone motherfucking P, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tone P. That is one of, man.
Actually, that wasn't all them. That was Bassheads.
Oh.
With
damn.
Fat Real.
God
damn. Bassheads.
Bruh, you have named so many legends.
That was Bassheads with Slutty Boys Crew and BKS Best Kept Secret. That was how I would walk
God,
you know what I'm saying?
damn.
Real
like,
Matic. That's all in the bank camp, you know what I'm saying? Shit. So I did that jump. That jump really got a nigga jump like buzzing, you know what I'm saying? Even though like mix and master quality on that jump was jump like crazy, it was still like hot, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that was like from doing the nightlife shit. My man, they ended up renovating Bar None, ended up turning to Pure Lounge.
Okay.
And then my man, who I used to be at Republic Gardens, promoting in front of Republic Gardens, used to be different street teams. So the street team from another crew, my man Mike Walker, he used to always see me hustling. He seen my hustle. 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, we out there hustling.
Getting it
The
done.
niggas don't have to let out. We throw our party, and then we leave our party a little bit early
and then
to go to the let out of another party that's lit to promote our party. You know what I'm saying? We going from party to party to party. So we in every club or every city. I may be in 5 clubs in one night, just breezing through.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? So
what's up to a couple people. Let the fire, let them know what time it is. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and sometimes I be the last nigga to lead a club. You know what I'm saying? My man, he coming to scoop me and shit. Cause the street team, we got boxes of flyers and shit. I got a couple boxes and shit. We got a van of niggas and we just get dropped off with a couple boxes. There's a lot of money being made at these parties. I was getting like $1,500 a month alone just passing out flyers. And then I'm going to the parties for free. And it's like being able to invite chicks to parties and shit. Hey man, come to my party. I can say, come to my party. That's how I'm moving to work like it's mine, but I'm getting fronted to work, but I can still sell it like it's mine even though I got fronted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
exactly.
like, you know what I mean?
High risk, low reward.
Exactly.
I mean, well, high reward, low risk.
Exactly.
That's what I'm talking about.
So, we had a party at that time at the Avenue on 7th in New York, which later became, I think,
what was that? Lux?
It became Lux.
Lux, yeah.
It became Lux after it was the Avenue. And Bar 7 was around the corner.
Hell yeah.
So Taz and Mark Barnes, that era, you know what I'm saying? Like I had a strong street team presence in that era, you know what I'm saying?
And that was the foundation of it.
So being as though I had that presence in the nightlife, boom, they were like, X, I know you can run this Monday night, they ain't doing it no more. The Bar None joint. They ain't doing it no more. Ryan used to come through. I used to recognize you from the nightlife, coming in here, doing that shit when we took over. But now that we done transferred over, I want you to take over that night. I'm like, what? Like, can I do this?
Right.
I don't even know myself. So that was the ability to even get to know who I am. I know the fundamentals. Let me see if I can. It's like running a business. So I said, all right, let me get 5,000 flies. I'm gonna do an open mic. Dre all day in the paint. He had the open mics at that time. Who ended up doing the DMV Awards.
Okay.
Dre all day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
And he knew me from back then. So he had the formula where he was basically capitalizing off all this hunger that was in the city because he had a monopoly on the open mics. He had all of them basically, and had it to the point where since it's the only place you can come, now you got to pay to get in and you got to pay to perform. That new concept, you know what I'm saying, was jive like a lot of artists. Some artists thought they was a little unfair, you know what I'm saying? But when I started my job, I said, all right, since he got that going on, I'm gonna cut in and having $5 to get in.
$5.
Boom.
Remember that time?
And that shit was lit.
Interesting time period. It was critical. You know what I'm saying?
Very critical.
Price
man.
point
Yeah,
was
that shit was
clutch.
lit. That shit was lit. You know what I'm saying? Like after that, that was the lit open mic for some years. That was
Very
the open mic.
Right.
Phil Out Day used to come through.
Man,
That was the
just
open mic.
names.
Nate
Fat
Gracie.
Trail.
Yeah.
Nate Gray was just a true school. He was back in Capital City Records with me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's how long
That's
he
the
go back.
homie. That's the
Yeah,
homie
man,
right
went to
there.
school with Nate, man. Shout out to that good man.
Yeah,
He's a
that was
real
good.
artist, man.
Nothing.
Okay.
He went there for a year.
Yep.
Shit, man.
But shit, who was some
Nate Gray, of course, man, shit. But around that time,
Was Gordo coming through back then?
yeah, Gordo was always on the scene back then. Yeah, I knew Gordo. He was going to Howard.
Okay.
I was going up Howard and going to open mics. He used to be at some of them jumps, and the crew he used to be with, I forgot the name. He was DTO,
Yeah.
and he used to be another Dominican guy. You know what I mean? And I was rocking with him and another guy named Black from North Carolina. We was on the DVD. Me and Gordo was on the DVD together rapping.
Yeah.
It was a Philly-based DVD called Any Streets or something like that.
Yeah.
Any Streets, good looking, bro.
no problem.
And Any Streets DVD, and me and Gordo was on that joint, but that's when they shut down. I was looking for someone else to go out. They shut down the Capital City Records because the owner, she was doing the event for free, letting everybody come in and jump and do them. She wasn't making no money.
Yeah.
She had to shut down. But I was the only all ages jump. So after that, before I even went to Partner, we was over Cafe Marina's. That was next to Howard Theater. Howard Theater was run down, abandoned jump at that time.
Is that the joint right next to it?
Yeah, but
I think you took me
They
there one
renovated
time.
it. They renovated it and redid it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. Back then, it used to be an Ethiopian restaurant. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
I think I seen you one time after one of them joints. I think it was at the currency show or something like that. And you took me over there.
saying?
Yes, sir.
And I remember around that time, Judah, me and him had a great rapport because you know that project, it got a lot of love in the city, and we did an event. National Harlem, and Blind Wando, our space was down that joint. That's when I first met AB. And Marky, they was doing something for Marky.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
This is crazy, man. All these.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is like my whole career, like.
And I've been trying to get with Studio 43, like giving my man Jay promo, other people around while
Jay
they
promo crazy.
giving people takeover, giving people certain shit. You know what I'm saying? Like get us to Kenny, man. See what he say on some demo shit.
Right.
Like I'm trying to put together a demo. I was like, yeah, I gotta put the battle raps down and really make a song. Then I went from making songs to like, no, I gotta make a song. You know what I'm saying? Because we used to be in DTLR, chilling on Wale, and the Dig Dug jump, the early jump, he thumping that jump in the store. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how we was promoting that record. You know what I'm saying? Thumping in the store.
Right.
Then to be on radio. You know what I'm saying? Then that'll help us sell a record too.
Exactly.
So, Wale introduced me to Judah, and Judah introduced me to AB.
Okay.
Wale introduced me to Judah, and Judah introduced me to AB. That's like my brother right there. You know what I'm saying?
You already know. Shout out to that's a good motherfucking guy right there.
Yeah.
AB the motherfucking pro.
Yeah. Meanwhile, around that time, I put out, let's say, Takeover. I met Benji too there. Around that time, I put out Takeover. So Benji was there that whole course of time. You know what I'm saying? A part of my team. You know what I'm saying? So me and him was going up New York all the time. And that's when we was branded with the clothing line. Rocksmith was one of his friends.
Definitely.
Worked for Rocksmith. So we had like photo shoots, flash shit we was doing, and a bunch of artists was going in Rocksmith Studios in Dumbo, Brooklyn, doing shit. Jay Electronica go through that motherfucker. Wiz Khalifa be in that bitch. Currency.
That was the spot to be in New York, especially during that time in the hip hop, in that blog era of hip hop. Like if you're respected, you're gonna go through there. They're gonna make sure you good. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Doing photos there. A-Life. What else? What else was the poppin' joints up there? Christian Castles.
Bobby 100.
Yeah, Bobby 100. Shout out to the hundreds.
Yeah.
Man, all them joints. Oh man,
this is Lamont Dolly. It was a lot of Brian's street.
That was my favorite. That joint right there was my favorite brand. I only had like 2 or 3 shirts from them, but the Martin Dolly was so dope.
Chuck gave me my first Lamont Dolly joint. You know what I'm saying? He gave me a sweater. You know what I'm saying? Lamont Dolly. You know what I'm saying?
Easy. Oh shit.
So meet Kenny Burns at that event right there. You know what I'm saying? And I was buzzing at that time. You know what I'm saying? And when I met AB, I already knew who he was from working with Marky. And since the Studio 43 had the Wale credibility, it was easy for them to segue Marky in and get him on radio and do this, that, and the third. And but then it was like, man, we need somebody that's we just need something different. You know what I'm saying?
Something authentic.
I don't always see him, but I never heard anything.
You Marky?
Yeah, like I mean, just when I would be moving around, but I would see him.
Right. He had some joints.
He had a joint called Sheila.
That was it.
Sheila.
That was the joint. That was the joint. Damn.
He had a joint called Sheila. But AB put out his project at that time, and AB was like, "Yo, in the Blind Wino, I gotta get you in the studio with you out. You get on my record, producer's credit." You know what I'm saying? That's when we did the Go Hard joint. You know what I'm saying? So we did the Go Hard joint. Shot the video at Pure Lounge, I was running my own open mic at this time. So I got my own fucking, it's like my small business for I'm running, I got the door, I'm making a little money, I'm paying people out.
Oh my
DJ Underdog, who I met at Capital City Records, I'm like, man, partner up with me, do the marketing. He was always on his flash shit.
Right.
And Ducky from Major used to come in DTLR. And Ducky was partnering up. Ducky was trying to get Sneaker Man Dan to get with him to help him run a numerical order and the order for the sneakers at Store Major. They was gonna open up in Georgetown. They was planning on doing that. You know what I'm saying? But I ended up going over that jump with it was me. It started out with Dan, but it ain't work out. You know what I'm saying? But I ended up going over that jump, and I was working over there at that time in Major with Ducky and Dan. I mean with Ducky and DJ Underdog. So DJ Underdog
was that whole time. You know what I'm saying? So I remember all these moments, but I didn't know, you know what I'm saying, the different levels in which, you know what I'm saying, like, damn, bro, you work with every
everybody like, Buzz getting up there. Then so I got joints with Wale. That shit was buzzing. Then I got the Rod remix joint I put out. I put that out again on Realmatic.
Right.
Then Fat Trail, I meet him through my man who I'm promoting with. My man P, who was managing Fat Trail.
My nigga P.
You know what I'm saying?
That nigga,
he's managing Fat Trail, you know what I mean? Which is like that's the foundation.
That shit is
foundation of Study Boys, you know what I'm saying?
The whole
so as I'm doing Pure, P is managing this young dude named Fat Trail.
Yeah.
So back then I was like, I still was y'all wild and aggressive. I remember when I first met Fat Trail, me and P was arguing, and he driving, we started going to the body. He driving, but we on damn near almost crash and shit. You know what I'm saying? So we go to the studio and lay down a record that day. I forgot what it was called. We ended up doing that Money. I think was it Money Call? No, we did another record before that. But then the second record we did was Money Call on My Phone. And he was 16. So it was like he in the same position I was in. So I was getting him in Pure at 16. He wasn't even supposed to get in it.
And then doing his thing.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas lose their fucking liquor license. But then it was 18 and up, so I could vouch for him a little bit because it was 18 and up. You know what I'm saying? He's 16. I see him in. He was coming in there killing it. Raw, no feast, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So
I remember, man.
So I put it there. So Real Matter came out. In the Rough came out at that around that same time. The AB project came out around that same time. Then I started fucking with Studio 43 officially. Then that summer in June, the Monumental dropped because I laid down the project in 30 days. All the energy was out. I remember I was up in New York with Benji and Kenny Burns called. You know what I'm saying? We was moving around like shit. And did that jump, and then Monumental was lit. You know what I'm saying? That was like boom. XO, Wale, Tabby at fucking 930 Club was getting surreal. Then they re-dropped in the Rough again.
That was
so it's like it came out again officially because the first jump came out on some marketing shit. It came out edited. Then when they dropped it again, re-released it for sale. You had to buy the explicit version. You had to buy that jump, but the first jump was free edited. You know what I'm saying? The joint for sale is the explicit version with a couple bonus tracks on it.
2 extra joints on there.
Exactly, some bonus tracks. You know what I'm saying? Produced by Kev Brown. You know what I mean? And well, one of the bonus tracks produced by Odyssey, one was produced by Kev Brown. But then so did that, and then we go on tour. No, actually. No.
Saying all those folks that were able to, come in.
Black Cobain was
Black Cobain. Shout out to Black Cobain doing his thing.
You know what I'm saying? For a while, I was the only one with a platform. After Dre stopped doing it after a while, you know what I'm saying? I was the only one with a platform that all the artists would go to. You know what I'm saying? Bishop Twan, who ended up dying. He got shot. He ended up being a host. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, yo, I need somebody to host it, John. I ain't gonna keep hosting this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to keep a mystique and shit for real.
Exactly.
I ain't trying to keep, you know what I'm saying? Like, if niggas is getting too comfortable and too familiar with me, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like,
don't want to burn yourself out for sure.
That's when I started learning certain business fundamentals. Okay, put him in place. You know what I'm saying? So, if it's anything wrong, it's a filter system before they come to the head.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't be able to get right to the head. You gotta go through a filter system. And then once I communicate with him or only him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I set that system up and started having different other people in place. But Bishop Twan, he was with 368 back then too. He ended up dying. But he's like a well-known host. Like he went from rapping. I told him, I need you to do this for me. Then he wanted to keep doing it because I was paying him. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Then he started doing his own shit, his own open mics. When I fell back, he kept doing it. You know what I'm saying? And then got real popping with it. Was doing his own shit. It was like, XO, come perform at my jump when I was lit. And he got the whole fucking spot lit. And then he said, man, look, XO gave me my first shot. XO used to da-da-da-da. Rest in peace to my man. Because a lot of niggas forgot about that guy. You know what I'm saying? Bishop Twan, man.
Rest in peace to Bishop Twan, you know what I'm saying?
He was hosting the night Marion Burry came down to the pyramid. I had Marion Burry down that motherfucker. I had everybody down that bitch. You know what I'm saying?
That is legendary. Rest in peace to Marion Burry too. You know what I mean? Man, bro, like that.
That footage is on YouTube too.
Man,
that footage is on YouTube.
And that's what I'm about to. I was trying to pull up because I got some stuff. Remember when it was Capitol, whatever, DC statehood rally on the Capitol.
Yeah, I remember that.
I got the footage from that. And I'm gonna show you that after the joint. But to see just you talking about all the people there and they were on that stage, and you know what I mean. That was really my first. I feel like that was one of my first official big projects. I think it was like 51 minutes long, and all you all are there performing, young. You know what I'm saying? Just like raw. This was on the Capitol, you know what I mean? People can't say they've ever been able to perform on the Capitol, but it's like y'all were able to do that and really create a culture, you know what I mean, that, you know, has stood the test of time and only gotten better. and now you see, it's endless. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about the state of DC hip hop as it is now, or the DC hip hop scene, DMV as a whole? How do you feel about it right now?
That shit dope. Cause I remember, just having access to the old heads from the city and having access to the youngers in the city. You know what I'm saying? Through being around even Fat Trail and Slutty Boys and that whole branch. Cause the people who was making them beats and bass heads, they was in Capital City Records too. They knew me from that era, but they was making production for Fat Trail, and the guy that's managing him is my man on the street team type tip. So then he bringing the Slutty Boys around and P Wild and all them, and some of them went to school with my cousins. Easton and Spingarn, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, no, they really know grew up with my cousin, so that's like family, you know what I'm saying? Up to this point now, you know what I'm saying? Like, like extended family. It's just, and there's a lot of, I can say that a lot about, even I'm Northeast now, Tank. You know what I'm saying? I know him from back then, in them days, you know what I'm saying?
That boy, that's a very special, that's a very special artist right there.
I remember Light Show was just engineering back then at TCB Studios, and me and I was on Wale project at that. Fat Trail project. He was popping at that time. He put out Noska Music, and he put out another joint where they all had the phone posits.
Shit, I forgot the name. What is the name of that project? Because that was when I first got hip to them. That project right there.
And that bass heads, that was a whole sound in itself. From the city, you know what I'm saying? That was when I got linked up with them, because it was the pure open mic, and there was shout out to the homegirl Dominique from Leaders of the New Cool. You remember that joint? When Meek came down? I was in that joint. You, Meek, Fat Trail, Phil I Day. Dominique, light skin, right?
Yeah.
That's my homie. Like she got us in the Rock Nation, bro. Like Diamond District and Rock Nation with Q-Tip. Man. Like that's a whole nother story.
Shout out to Dominique.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Man, I
Dominique,
swear. She got me.
She got us in the Rock Nation.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
when I went out to South by Southwest the first time, that was who I linked with, and even to this day, like the last time I went down there, I did the Leaders of the New Cool. Buddy was there, and that is.
She
one.
Still do it?
Yeah. She had one. I think she's working on one for this year.
I gotta send her my new album.
Yeah, bro. We gonna send that right now. We gonna send this.
Young. I gotta send her my new album, man.
Yeah, cause South by's coming up, but we gotta be down there.
Oh nah.
Down there, it's
you right about that, Like, you right, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, you absolutely right. Like, you absolutely right, bro.
Very soon. I told you, man, we not missing nothing this year. So, but Dom, that was when I think that was the first time where I was able to bring a camera to record and actually see it. And I was doing it down in Atlanta with 2-9, which eventually turned to it was Pilot Music and Retro Sushi and all those guys, Licks and all that whole thing when I was doing with the ciphers, and to think, okay, there's all these people down there that are doing music, but I'm in Atlanta. This is the summertime. Like, how am I about to keep this same flow? What's going on back home? And then I come, the first joint I go to is all that. I was like, oh, it's lit. I respect, and I got to meet, I feel like, all you all from that point. And from there, the creation, the curation, and the documentation of everything that's been going on started there. So to be able to say, man, we have a catalog, a full library of high quality footage over time to make the movie it's already made. You know what I mean? But let's not skip over Monumental, because I feel like we didn't get to talk about that album.
That was a fucking. I did a whole album in 30 days, man. A lot of records I did on the spot. Boom.
What was the mind state? Like, how did, 30 days? Why did you have to make it in 30 days? What was the?
I didn't have to, but that's just.
That's how it
came. You know
locked in.
At that point, I had stopped working. I wasn't working no way. I was in the streets for real, just living how I was living, moving how I was moving. And between that and then Pure Lounge, you know, that was just like, you know, how I was getting it, you know what I'm saying? So I had the free time to be able to just lock in like that every day, all day. AD had his publishing check with Studio 43. They got a deal with Dumarky, and he's sitting on 100K.
AB had a song.
Like, nah, he was sitting on 100, yeah.
Like AB had a song, Kyrie and Kanye West. I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
It's just like, man, oh man.
Yeah, but what you call it? Did that? We premiered it from Cali. Then I'm running around with Kenny Burns. So now I know about the nightlife, but then Kenny has shown me a different side of everything as far as branding. You know what I'm saying? I know about promoting. Now being around him, I'm learning about branding and even what that is and the subtleness behind it. How he just kept dropping the Kenny Burns show at that time. Then it ended up being something, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ended up being a real show.
Right.
But it started from his Vimeo. Then it went from that to his Vimeo channel to a real, like, radio show that he was doing for a while. You know? So almost like how he has the Baller Alert now.
Yep.
With Robin, who was in front of H2O. You know what I'm saying? The one who created Baller Alert, Robin, she used to be in front of H2O. You know what I'm saying? You see her all the time. So that's all DC shit.
Yeah,
you know Baller Alert. Shout out to Baller
and
Alert.
Shade Room too. Yeah. Shout out to Robin.
Too, yeah.
Shout out to Ebony too. Ebony, Miss Deborah O. You feel me?
Yep. So I just spent the night over at crib in Miami. You know what I'm saying? Me out there drunk, fucking hungover, fucking with Kenny, man. Too much to rock and shit.
Yeah, you already know I had to get that.
In the party with fucking Steve Francis, Lola Monroe's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
lit at
remember.
that time. So, yeah, the monumental days, it was crazy, man. The performances, yeah.
Crazy. You know, you talked about when you was out in LA. I remember you got a chance to work. You were out there. Were you out there kicking it with Nipsey, or y'all were just at that meeting him at that one time, or?
Met Nipsey a bunch of times, and I remember first time meeting him, Kenny Burns introduced me to him. Like, hey, X, you got some weed for Nip? Nip need some weed. I'm like, all right, let me holler at my man. Got some weed. Gave it to Nip, rolled up, sheets in front of him. Now, can I roll one more, bro? You mind?
Oh, yeah.
Sheets in front of him, you know what I'm saying? Just like I'm about to do right now. Roll sheets in front of him, Uptown style for Nipsey Hussle. He was like, what's that stuff you put in there, homie? It's that right there, you know what I'm saying? Him and his man, I forgot his man's name. His brother, big bald-headed dude. But whole time, I remember I rolled it up for him, gave it to him, he lit the joint up, hit the joint, went on stage and performed, man. Fucking Nipsey Hussle. You know, I was a fan, because that first record was out. That first song he did, he had one jump, you know what I'm saying?
Was it Hustle in the House?
Hustle in the House.
Coming straight to Slauson. Crazy motherfucking name Nipsey. Turned up because I grew up in the 60s. Yes, indeed. Rest in peace to my
right
dog,
there,
man.
Bro. That joint right there, bro. Yeah, and rest in peace to him, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember, boom, so I see him there. Then I'm out LA with, when we dropped Monumental, and this is how homecoming, I meet Nipsey. So we dropped Monumental, that was October, dropped Monumental in June, I see Nipsey again at the after party, fucking with Kenny, at the BET Awards after party. Everybody, it's the BET Awards after party. Everybody that was in the awards is in the after party. Kenny hosting the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Studio 43, we in that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Me, my man Benji out there with us, you know what I'm saying? And the whole Studio 43 crew, you know what I'm saying? And I remember I got up with Nipsey again. Wale, I was rapping to Wale out the joint, see him out there. He introduced me to Nipsey. I'm like, yeah, I know you from, you know what I'm saying? Rudy Wop. He was like, yeah, what's up, homie? I remember you from, yeah. We was rapping right quick for a minute. Like, he's doing some real nigga shit, you know what I'm saying? And I remember that's when we had the no, we did another show with him with Jay Skrill and them at in VA. So met him again at the show in VA. We vibed out. We done been in the studio with Nip and kicked it and chilled for hours. Hey, AB, go up New York and play some beats for Nipsey. He in the building, whoopty wah wah wah. We go up New York, fuck with Nip, you know what I'm saying? We chilling in the studio with, just like we kicking it right now. Playing beats and shit. I'm throwing the nigga ideas and shit like that. We kicking it for a minute, you know what I'm saying? And it was a bunch of producers that was going up there doing that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when he was fucking with Cinematic and that, right?
I think so, yeah. But yeah, but that was a good time, man. You know what I mean? And then, you know, we rode that wave until 1110. You know what I'm saying? And that's when we re-released the In the Rough jump. So with that coming out and the 1110 coming out around the same time, that shit had a nigga buzzing, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Went on tour, toured the world with Down the District.
See, I feel like I had a live album y'all did. It was like live, but an album.
Yeah, we did. Yep, it was live. Yep,
I was
we did a
like,
brand.
man, that joint was.
Somebody put that together though. That was somebody from the show we did in Portland.
Man.
Did a show in Portland.
Yeah.
They put the whole shit together. PDX.
How was the tour like? Like how was it adjusting to that?
It was just crazy, man. Cause like, it's work. Like, it ain't hard, but it's like you're doing what you love, of course, and shit. But it's like you may get lost in the sauce and shit. You gotta put away. Like, I did the show. Gotta wake up and be out of town early in the morning,
Right.
so we can get to where the next country or wherever the fuck we gotta go. We touring the world now in the district. We did a national tour and we did a international tour. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just getting used to that and underground shit. It was like we keep more of the tour money. We link up with a fan or a producer who lived in the city, sleep over their crib
Oh, okay.
instead of fucking being in a hotel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
How was that? Like, what was that experience?
And Odyssey already knew these people. So
Oh,
Odyssey
okay.
set the tour up.
Oh, okay.
So Odyssey, from doing that, Odyssey already had a rapport fucking worldwide. So anywhere we go, we good. You know what I'm saying?
That is, man.
Some people give us a crib. You know, we was out LA, nigga said he go on keys to my Benz, he go to the crib in Hollywood.
Man.
While we had some shows
Right.
in LA, so we don't have to spend money in the hotel.
Yeah.
Sometimes we had to spend money in the hotel, but
Yeah.
we don't have to.
Yeah.
Let's weigh all the options and shit like that.
Right.
And people was open to do it, you know what I mean? And the hospitality, motherfuckers cooking,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean?
That's the truth.
That's
I remember when
I don't even like. I've never really heard anything. I mean,
You know,
I've heard
anywhere in the
stories,
world,
but
you got
like,
store, you got
you could
friends
just-
in any
yeah.
town.
yeah.
I'm pulling up, bro. I'm like, you good, bro? Boom.
What was your most? What was your favorite or wildest one and wildest tour moment?
Man, we was in Linz, Austria. It was this chick. It was a crib we was staying at. It was like a crib she used just for people who come to town, just for artists that would come to town and like perform and shit.
Right.
So it was like an artist house. It was fridge full. You know what I mean? Eat whatever y'all want type shit. Full of shit. But this is in Linz, Austria. This is where motherfucking Arnold Schwarzenegger is from. Where Hitler's actually from. Linz, Austria. He's not even from Germany. He's from Austria. So we out there in the mountains. We in a mountain. And the lady's like a witch and shit. So that's how she come off, you know what I mean? Or she's into that culture.
Right. Okay.
And she looked like it though, like, you know what I mean? They got shit around the house that reflected on some wild haunted house type shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The beds was y'all like it was like mats on the floor in that jump. That's how we had to sleep. Every time we been in some different shit, like, alright, it's like MTV's Real World. Right? Walk into a different situation, like, damn, alright, this is where we at. But as long as we got shelter, I sleep on my man's couch. I got my suitcase right here and shit.
Yeah.
need to do laundry, we can fucking do that. Wherever we gotta go with the laundry, but that we can do that shit.
Right.
We got tour money and shit. Walk around, we got cash and shit on us like shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just all that shit. So and then getting the money at the end of the, you know what I mean? At the end of the night, sometimes and shit. Like we was out in Lens, Austria. The lady house we was staying at, she was crazy. The nigga that booked us for the show, he was crazy. And this particular show, it wasn't even like on the schedule. This was an extra show.
Oh shit.
We was out there and the nigga just reached out and was like, man, I got such and such for y'all. Come through.
Shit.
If y'all in town. And we just went over there to go get that right quick.
Yeah.
Extra shit. So that's a plus.
Yeah, true.
Which comes with, you know, all that, you know what I mean? But that nigga ended up getting too drunk and wanted us to come to the after party and shit and some shit like that. And that's my vibe, but Odyssey and YU, that ain't really their vibe.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
I'm on some night type shit.
Right. Hey.
Popping bottles, sections and shit, you
Right.
know. Fucking with chicks and all that, you know what I mean? At that age, at least, you know what I mean? And YU and Odyssey, they weren't on that, you know what I mean? They was like, we good. And really, I was good too, because we gotta wake up early and get the fuck to the next country so we can be on time for the sound check and all that shit. Or whether we gotta check in at the hotel or whatever. And it's cold as shit, you know what I'm saying? It's winter time, you know what I'm saying? It's around this time. It's around this time.
Austria winter.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking no, nah, this nigga going
So we finally get out to the joint. We smoking, you know what I'm saying? He got weed.
Yeah.
We rolling up like shit. So, the night getting, you know, time to say goodnight and shit. So we like, man, yeah, what's up with the bread though with D-Wop, you know what I'm saying? And then he was like, I'm gonna come back in the morning with D-Wop. Some of the wild other shit.
Nah, buddy.
And basically, we just had to try to like get aggressive with him and shit. And try to like yell, scream, try to like get him to get the bread up and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
And then it was like, I was little certain instances we was out in Italy. And they was like, they ain't had a bread and shit. Then honestly, he ain't had to bark on nobody, but you know, he was like, look, man, we came out here from motherfucking America, man. We ain't like, that's not even an option. You ain't got it. Like, we need this right here.
Right now, right.
And then you gotta go get it though.
They went to go get it?
And they went to go fucking get it.
That's that Jake promoter shit, man. Oh,
You know what I'm saying? And that was at a squatter. We was in Italy at a squatter. So that's like if niggas took over a building and was living in the building. We did the show in that building.
Oh shit.
These niggas rebels from the government and all that. Like that's who booked us for the show. We in Italy. We in Rome, Italy, like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fuck
Yeah. With the Bergamo, we fucking smoking hash in a hotel with Bergamo. You know what I'm saying? Like bunch of wild shit, man.
That shit is crazy.
Then in Philly, showed the promoter acting funny with the money with you out. You know what I'm saying? And the niggas in Philly getting involved. That's when I really had to get out my bag and get on some gangster shit with them niggas up there. Like, Holmes, I'm ready to die with this motherfucker.
Right down. You got the wrong motherfucker.
And that's what I had to say. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't gonna let us be misrepresented. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't like going in that bag or making that. I'm Clark Kent. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be Superman when it's time, basically. I'm Clark Kent, but I'm gonna be Superman when it's time to. So I went in my bag of Philly. And they was like, oh yeah, you ready to die? They about to go in the trunk right now. And niggas said that. We was about to go to war with that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Shit went left quick up that motherfucker. Nigga came outside, hey bro, I like your motherfucking style, bro. I respect you, bro. D-Wop, man. Hey man, y'all brothers have a good night, man. My apologies. I ain't mean nothing by that. See, certain niggas be wanting to test your gangster or see what's up. We from DC, from out of town. This some backpack shit. Philly, they be on that backpack type rap, but they still be gangster too though. So I come from that world, you know what I'm saying? So I can get into that shit effortlessly, or you know what I'm saying? At the blink of an eye, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, niggas respecting us. That was like the wildest moment. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But
that was some wild ass fucking moment. That shit crazy, boy. But that shit sounds like an amazing time, dog. That shit sounds like an amazing time. We got some more to talk about shit. So moving past Monumental and 1110. What came out after? What were you working on after that time?
It was Monumental too, cause I broke off from Studio 43. I was trying to do my own thing. I was trying to just take more control. And then Kenny Burns was going in a different direction at that moment too. So he really dissolved Studio 43. You know what I'm saying? After we didn't have a class, we were just having. I wanted to do something different. I just wanted to get green. You know what I'm saying?
Creative differences.
And at that time, it had been about 2 years. We was rocking with each other. We did a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I remember. I had to come back and regroup and shit. You know what I'm saying? Still doing Pure Lounge and shit, open mics. It was like, alright, I gotta regroup and re-strategize and shit. Shut that junk down for a minute. Shut the open mic junk down. Boom. And then I said, alright, I'm gonna regroup. Boom, me and AB, we gonna go in. Cause now AB and me is like, we ain't got nothing else to do but motherfucker make music, so, you know what I'm saying? So that's what we did. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting my little money. And at this point in time, we were getting some money, you know what I'm saying? And I was really in the streets, you know what I'm saying? Jai hard. I asserted myself even harder, you know what I'm saying? In the streets. Then that shit started, whoop, you know what I mean? Jai paying off, you know what I mean? So I Jai elevated in the streets. And then that's what really I funded my shit, you know what I'm saying? That whole fucking everything that I had to keep up with, you know what I'm saying? With that Studio 43 shit, I had to keep up with all that shit somehow. I was like, fuck it, this time I'm gonna keep up with it, you know what I'm saying? So I was doing my Thug Thizzle, and we put together that Monumental 2. Like I said, they gonna backtrack, you know what I'm saying? It's Monumental 2. And now I gotta pay everybody that, you know, the people to get on the blogs and all that. And, you know, I can't holler at Modi because he done branched off and did his thing now. I can't holler at Chuck now because I didn't sabotage with Chuck to be with Studio 43, but it's like it wasn't even never no paperwork. For it, you know what I'm saying? So, I had to do my thing. Boom, that's when I started my own shit. Secret Society, that's when I'm trying to start. It was my first attempt to start my own business. Got my own LLC and shit like that. Then I said, you know what, I'm gonna go back to school. So I was out hustling, and I went back to school. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm like, damn, I ain't even know if what the fuck are these checks? These checks come get the student loan checks, the refund check. I'm like, damn, I'm getting $1,500 from the school and shit. I'm making my money. I'm getting paid shows and shit. So I'm like, all right, I can fund my shit and move around. I want to move around. Going to school for business. To learn more, because I got to handle this weight on my own now without these people of expertise around me. I got to have the expertise. You know what I'm saying?
How old are you right now?
I'm 34 right now. Or at that time, I was 26 at that time. You know what I'm saying? So I said, I'm going to go back to school. And really, I ain't want to go back to school, but I was getting hit up by like a recruiter or something. It was cold calling or whatever, and she sounded good as shit on the phone. I was like, I gotta meet this woman. And she looks, when I went there to meet her, she looked as good as dog.
She looked as good as you said.
I said, when can I start a restaurant at the school right now? I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying?
On the taste, man. The recruiters.
Yeah. Cause I didn't know if I was like pay for this shit, but I'm like, fuck it. And I got to get my own studio on, you know what I'm saying? Doing shit like that. And you know that pride. I wouldn't have did it looking back. I would have did it another way, because I didn't need to go to school to do that shit. But it was still good that I
just went that you got it under your belt.
Right. And then I didn't graduate either though. You know what I'm saying? I went for like a year and had to fall back because the streets it was too street. Gonna fall back from rap. That's what it was. Like now, you know what I'm saying? That immediate gratification. But then you know the side effects to that after a while. You know what I'm saying? In my youth, I didn't realize that. You know what I'm saying? The effects of that immediate gratification and shit. You know what I'm saying? Good things come with time. You know what I'm saying? Like that natural food. Me and him just built the rapport off that. Like I just had that audacity. Like damn, who the fuck is this nigga? You know what I'm saying?
Just like, wipe the shoes off my feet.
Right. You know what I mean? So I hit him up and got like Rocksmith in like 5 stores eventually in downtown Locker Room. And that's I'm like, damn, this shit I'm learning with Kenny, I can do that on another level. That's when I went with Madness, Eddie Vance,
right,
and got him with Durkle. That was a brand in the city at that time. I said, I need to collaborate. And that was a pop-up shop before pop-up shop.
Yeah.
They sold out everything that night.
Oh yeah, I remember exactly when that happened. I remember
that was my idea. That was my idea. And Justin from who's doing the Go-Go,
JL, yeah,
or Yada Yada.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's doing the Go-Go Don't Mute DC movement right now. He was rapping back then. That's like Eddie Vance from Madness. And I used to live upstairs from Madness. You know, everybody, you know, right on Georgia Ave, you know what I'm saying? So my grandmother used to chill with his mother, you know what I'm saying? So it was like my grandfather chill, my family chill with their family,
right.
You know what I mean? So it's like an interrelation for it, you know what I mean? But we not related, but it's like we, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We just related, you know what I mean? It's like Italians, it's think of Italian families and how they roll. It's like that. So I was under that Madness fold, getting boxes of free Madness back in the day. So I cared enough to even come up with that concept to make them make their clothes. Because at that time, the cut was getting different.
Right.
At that time. And the presentation was getting different. And I was like, y'all should do this. Because this is where it's going. I'm going up New York. And
right.
I'm exposed to different street brands. And this is where the youth is going to end up embracing. This is where they're going. You know what I'm saying? And they end up forgetting if they don't, you know what I mean?
Right.
Make that merger, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you gotta change with the times.
Collaboration was like, not to cut you off, but that was like one of the first times I really did that. Make me say like, damn, I can do this for myself.
Right. And the thing is, the illest thing, I was literally having a conversation with Eddie Van today. You know what I mean? And shout out to the OG. And we were just kind of discussing a lot of that, and you know, bringing up your name and Justin and a lot of those things. So totally understand, but you know,
I bought them 2 Durkle, and then I really bought them there and I left. I ain't really asked for nothing in return, but that was a play. Boom, they made bread. You know what I'm saying? But that was like, that's the type of assertiveness. That's like the culture of a corporate mentality that I'm promoting now. We got to empower each other. You know what I'm saying? Even if without expecting anything in return sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's about empowerment and then getting that divine blessing. You know what I'm saying? Letting God look out for you through empowering and not expecting nothing in return. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because Justin took over that whole situation and John like handled the biz after that. You know what I'm saying? Because he was he wanted to play a role in Madness at that point.
Right.
So that was a position to empower him that Eddie Vance was putting him in position to. So Eddie Vance was like, look, handle that, this situation for me, ask your ball to the table, you know what I'm saying? And facilitate this deal and set it up. So Justin came up with the, I guess he came up with the pop-up, you know what I mean? But yeah, it was both our concepts. We basically boom.
Man, that is something that is, you know,
everybody making history in their own way now. That shit dope as shit. I love that shit.
And that shit is amazing, you know just to see just the progression, you know, of all that and the story that is still building out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Still being made to this day.
So Monumental 2 dropped, and then we did good with that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Did good with that jump, and then that joint was Spin Magazine top 50 mixtapes of that like that year, 2011. You know what I'm saying? So after that, I went to Mellow Music Group, which was a distributor of In the Rough at that time.
Okay.
To do a deal with them, and then that's when I was working on the Color Grade mixtape, and then Color Day Grade the album. You know what I'm saying? That I put out. You know what I mean? And that's when you get the good vibes. You know what I'm saying? The spread love. You know what I mean? Coming from those projects, and then segue into the Elu. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
So-
Elu, AB.
Yep. So explain that. Explain for people that don't know or are not familiar with Elu.
Elu, everybody ain't like us. Everybody ain't like you. That's a brand that my brother Alain Bilal started. We came up with the name, you know what I mean? And then like with my brand expertise, I said, bro, this shit need to be out there. So what we gonna do with it is this. Cause he was gonna call he just had it as a coined phrase at that time, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, we gonna get a crib and shit. We got a crib. And we was gonna work on a new project. We was gonna work on my album. After the Color Gray and all that, you know what I mean? 'Cause I was still buzzing, but I was trying to work on some new shit to put out after that run. You know what I mean? And that shit did good. I was like, you know, got them shits pressed up in vinyl and all that. That was my first look like vinyl album. You know? And that was a vibe, and then it was like, alright, I did enough hip hop, you know what I'm saying? I wanna go on a whole nother vibe. Not like that, but like with AB, we can take it there.
Right.
With his range of production style, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, the Elu shit, we gonna be a DC version of Outkast, basically, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Cause you dope as shit, niggas need to hear your shit, you know what I'm saying? He trying to put his stuff out, but like, he was sometimes rushing, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Impulsive with it, like, bro, you gotta have a team and strategize and plan, and I'm like, you know what? This is how we gonna do it, bro. We gonna be a group, bro. Now I'm gonna pull you inside. You're not just a producer. We a group now and shit. Like Jay-Z, Kanye watched the throne. Now we a group. We like DC version of Outkast.
Right. Okay.
So we make a whole different, we have a whole different type of sound. You know what I'm saying? So now we're gonna create that sound, basically, off the foundation of what we was creating together with the first couple records.
Yeah.
That
From years in the past.
Because if you listen to Second Thought on the Elu joint, it's like Monumental 3 shit, you know? AB say that. It was going to be called Monumental 3 on the song, Second Thought. And that vocal was still in there. He said Monumental 3 shit, you know? You know what I'm saying? But that was going to be Monumental 3. And at that point, I was like, nah, we going to be a group, bro, with this shit. So that's what it was. And then Pinky Killer Corn was coming through the house. We was already fucking with Tabby, and I went to elementary school with Tabby's little brother.
Okay.
So I know Tabby for years and was on the scene, and ended up meeting Baki through him, through Tabby. Performed one night at Bar None, and Baki was like, yeah, Baki was ended up doing all of my visuals and managing me from that point after Kenny Burns, basically. You know what I'm saying? And he had his hands on management a little bit, like before that too, a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we did that. With Baki, what I just say?
Elu, you just did
Elu, right. So, now actually, Baki, we living in his fucking crib. He had a big crib. We just living in his crib. He had fucking 4 rooms and basement. He by himself in that motherfucker. He like, y'all can do what y'all want with this shit. I'm about to move out and like with certain band members of UCB, Rock Mikey, trying to reformulate the band.
Right.
He's like the originator. Boom, you know what I'm saying? He practicing over the crib with the band now. You know what I'm saying? Like we keep having that vibe. UCB got a show. Pinky Killer Corn performing and Elu performing and so AB. Boom, we creating like a little movement and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, or like Dungeon Families, y'all like, you know what I'm saying?
The Dungeon of the District.
Exactly. So that was a vibe we had, you know what I'm saying? And we had Linksy, LJ from Backyard Band on the second album.
Hell yeah.
We had Crack Lover, Pete Rock Brother on that album. Pinky Killer, you know what I mean? Like, you got Hezekiah from Philly, who was like down here in the underground hip hop circuit, but I was like the Odyssey crew. Like, I get to bring these worlds together and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And just like Dominique, around that time I put out, let me skip it over a bunch of shit. But around that time we put out, what project I had? Takeover, Monumental 2. I'm doing the Brooklyn Hip Hop Festival in New York with, what's it called? Diamond District. And like I said, she got us to a meeting with Q-Tip. I'm in Philly. I'm over this chick crib in Philly. You know what I'm saying? She called me because I've been seeing her South by Southwest. She was like, Axel, I fuck with your shit. I'm gonna get you a deal. Shot Money XL, Def Jam. But this XL right here, really about down. She put me in there, booking me for shows, flying me out of town. I'm on the car with everybody that's a big name at that time. You know what I'm saying? So
her roster is
yeah.
insane.
So
insane.
Q-Tip called me on the phone, three-way with her. I'm over the jump like, oh shit. I'm telling the chick, I'm like, this motherfucker Q-Tip.
That shit is crazy.
I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, yeah, man, I fuck with y'all shit. Like, cause I sent her everything in Diamond District. But she was under Q-Tip at that time, and he was like, yo, this Diamond District shit hard. I wanna fuck with them as a group. It was gonna be Zulu Nation and Rock Nation management. So Rich Kleiman, that was managing Wale at that time, we had a meeting with Rich Kleiman, Wale manager, and Q-Tip. And after that, they came through me, but I gave it to Odyssey since he started the group. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you handle it from here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And so we ended up doing the Brooklyn Hip Hop Festival, and that shit was dope as fuck. We opened up for Q-Tip. You know what I'm saying? We went on right before Q-Tip. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nothing ever came out of that because Odyssey ain't wanna take a day with them. You know what I'm saying? But in the midst of that, in the meeting, they was like, y'all don't know Wale and Fat Trail and them with the Wop, and I'm like, I mean, honestly, why you don't, but me, I'm the ambassador. I know everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah. He was like, man, y'all should do some Our Future Wolfgang type shit, like get together and bring all that shit together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even though like we don't all belong together, they don't. You know what I mean?
What would have been? That would have been.
But it would have been, you know what I mean? That's when we did a show. It was me, Wale, and Fat Trail. It was a vinyl water drink with the Fader magazine.
Okay.
That was that. They made an abandoned space art gallery for like a week, and we performed at the end of the week. You know what I'm saying? Wale brother threw me that alley. You know what I'm saying? So I remember, Dominique looked out, man. You know what I'm saying? Basically, she looked out like one.
Shout out to Dom, man. You know what I'm saying? One of the titans, you know, doing your thing. But man, so we got there, and then, but was there a break? Was there like a break in the music?
Yeah, it was a break between 2013 and 15. But really, we put out March on Washington, Diamond District, in between that. You know what I'm saying? So it was like 2013. Did Color Grade, and that was that wave, and then 2014 was March on Washington wave for real, and we was working on Elu during that whole time period. And after the March on Washington second Diamond District album, we did the Elu, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then after that, it was a break, like 2000, from that project up until now. Now that's when it was a break. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed. And it sounds like, bro, you needed a break because we didn't even
realize.
realize. It's like shit. This is like,
Yeah,
I did that.
It's
like, man, that shit is a lot of work.
Over 20 albums, dog. You know what I'm saying?
20 albums.
2 Diamond District Jones, 2 Elu Jones.
And all the while being like a king, underground king of the city. You know what I'm saying?
I got all my solo joints too.
You know, and then feeding, and bruh, it's so much.
Yeah.
You deserve the break.
Definitely
then,
regroup and do something different. You know what I'm
saying? So what were you? So you get there, you know what I'm saying? Break, real life. What were you doing during that? Just real life?
Family.
I was, you know what I mean? And, you know, at that point, you know, with that house, you know what I mean? Like the house was popping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And me and AB had ended up getting in relationships and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then both of us is in relationships.
Oh my goodness! Like it's like damn.
This is like a new beginning. This is like a new beginning. Man. It's like still nobody know me like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is a restart. It's almost like a reset button. So now the catalog they're gonna get after this because I got albums done. I said I'm gonna restructure this. put the music out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna own my own label, and I'm gonna put my music out through my own label. You know what I mean? And because I'm saying doing business, I want to be in control. You know what I mean? When the money comes in, I don't want to have to get my money from another person to get the money, or have it come to a certain entity. I want to be the sole entity that the stream of revenue comes through. You know what I'm saying? So just what I knew about business, just I got people around me that, like I said, we could form a chain of accountability to apply that. You know what I'm saying? And now I got these series of projects. Okay, we started Elu. Everybody ain't like us. Everybody ain't like you. Look what we did with that. That was like a wave we started. You know what I'm saying? And look at how I got my buzz from even before Studio 43. What was I doing? You know what I mean? I was just like putting out projects just back to back. You know what I mean? It's like spacing them out. You know what I mean? We're just putting them out. You know what I mean? 3 months apart. You know what I'm saying? It was that, and I was getting more recognition every time I was putting them out. So it's studying the past and seeing what worked, and then trying to take that data, and apply it now. You know what I'm saying? Start really all over for it. And with that same intention though, but then making it broader so that we can have more streams of revenue and make it not just about me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that I don't even have to be here, and this thing that we created, can still be here. You know what I'm saying? So culture over corporate, it's like the music is the foundation, but what's gonna be built on it is like the preservation of this history that might be lost and shit like that. It's like what you're doing right now. You know what I'm saying? Sitting down with me, interviewing me. You know what I'm saying? Having me speak my truth before it gets lost and shit like that. Showing that effort, that appreciation from to the individuals that made the city really what it is. You know what I'm saying? In subtle ways. You know what I mean? The subtlety got that hard ass impact. It's like a water hitting a rock over time. It's gonna cut through the fucking rock. You know what I'm saying? So just letting people know those fucking raindrops, where those raindrops come from. You know, man. All they see is the rock cut, but these raindrops and shit that. This where that stream came from, that the water came from, that cut through the fucking rock. You know what I mean? So that's what the culture of corporate shit is about, empowerment. So I empower AV with Elu, and we started a wave off that shit. You know what I'm saying? Has its own life on its own outside of XO and Diamond District. You know what I'm saying? Uptown locker room at one point. At that time. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Mo, I'm about to step out and get some food right quick. What do you want? You know what I'm saying? From that point, and we was friends and shit, so I'm coming up on some management shit. I'm learning how to run a business. Back then, he was always on this fashionable shit, like he was styling niggas in the NBA, and then he ended up working with Wale. Then form a board of administration with Wale. It's Muhammad, you know what I'm saying? What he used to work with. Then forming this brand museum that's basically like a new version of Madness, you know what I'm saying, what we have now. You know what I mean? He's also under that umbrella, the Madness umbrella, you know what I mean? So it's a family thing, you know what I mean? So let's keep circulating the dollar within this family that we really dictate the culture and shit, you know what I'm saying? That's the culture of a corporate mentality. It's not only a DC thing, it's like a Philly. You see they rock Milano, and Milano they road or whatever. Milano the Rouge, you know what I'm saying? That's some Philly shit, black owned shit. When you see that, you know that represents Philly, Milano. You know what I'm saying? Milano the Rouge, you know what I'm saying? Like when you see Madness, when you see Museum, you know what that represents. Almost when you see an Indian in their cultural dress, feathers and shit like that. It's our cultural dress though, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
Cause they made they shit, the Indians, and you go to Africa, they making they shit, putting beads on it and all that. We making our shit here. This our culture. You know what I mean?
We making it right here. You see right there.
So let's embrace that though. You know what I'm saying? And because Polo and Nautica, Nike, all these brands that we make popular, we can put that energy within ourselves and blow us up. You know what I'm saying?
Without a doubt.
So that's what it's about. And having that Wall Street, Black Wall Street mentality. You know what I'm saying? We have our own. If we have our own, let's spend our money with our own. If we got our own grocery store, we're not going to Whole Foods. If we got our own clothes, we're not even going to the mall. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the one.
If we got MLK Deli and other restaurants, Union Bar, Oyster Grill, and other restaurants like that, we're not going to Fridays. This, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? And that's how this culture moves. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like when you see the Ethiopians. And nobody is gonna. People is gonna, go in and out of that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna solely just. People's gonna get what they like. You know what I'm saying? But the main thing, we are obligated to support each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to stress that shit. We obligated to. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's an option to support home team versus the corporate, I gotta go with supporting the culture over corporate. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If it's two options at the same time, you know what I mean? If it's only corporate, then that's what the fuck I gotta
You
get.
gotta go. You only
Ain't
gotta
nobody in DC got no sneak out yet that we really can rock over fucking Nike. So until that comes, we gotta go with corporate. But when the culture comes, that's where we gonna spend our dollar. You know what I'm saying? And we waiting for that. Matter of fact, we looking for that. Where y'all at? You know what I'm saying? Where y'all at? You know what I mean?
We need somebody to change the world. That's what we're doing. And get them on.
Yeah. So that's when we start gathering minds together. The way we was throwing parties. Now we gonna throw parties and have great minds come together.
Right.
Who's the best minds that can come together? And we just gonna have a think tank. Fuck a party where everybody just get intoxicated and throw money away. Nah, we just have think tanks and shit like that. We can smoke weed and move out while we're thinking, while we're planning, while we're strategizing on our next move or execution. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have to talk about why did this happen? Or why did the rug get pulled from under my feet? You know what I'm saying? It's like that. He wasn't even looking down.
Right.
The nigga was right there with his hands on the rug, looking right at you.
I'm about to pull this rug.
And then told you I'm about to pull this rug. But the nigga was distracted by all the shit they keep throwing at us and shit on TV and this, that, and the third. And he said, these niggas ain't even paying attention. Gentrification. This shit got pulled from right under your and was right there the whole time. You know what I mean? So
scooped it up.
We gotta be able to compete with that. And we need more people thinking like that instead of everybody doing music. Everybody doing sports. No, we need more thinkers out this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? We need more people that can
problem solvers
on the intellectual level. You know what I'm saying? The point where we all seen Jay-Z has gotten to right now. I mean, it ain't about music for him at this point right now. You know what I'm saying? There's other rappers that are his age, and it's just about music for them. You know what I'm saying?
And that's their only soul.
That's their only stream of revenue. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let's have a mentality where we always thinking ahead, and we don't have a live for the now mentality with that YOLO bullshit.
Yeah.
You only live once. Yeah, motherfucker, forever.
Yeah.
But we only gonna live once. We live forever. Then we go in different transitions and phases of life. You know what I'm saying?
Never lie.
You know what I mean?
Never lie.
So let's make it easy on ourselves. You know what I'm saying? As we transition throughout our different phases of life, let's make it easy on ourselves and have a mentality where we think ahead in everything we do. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying?
Steps ahead of these people.
Right.
Man, oh man, oh man.
Sheesh. Yeah.
Damn, bruh.
So it's bigger than coming up with a cool brand so everybody can buy my shit.
It's about the message and
Like
what you doing with that.
Yeah, it's like, let's find truth, preserve it, and promote that. You know what I'm saying? Fuck a fly and coming to the party to get wasted. We promote truth. You know what I'm saying? And then with that truth, we empower others. And then it's like, when them seeds is planting and shit, in the hereafter, a nigga can reap the benefits. You know what I'm saying? Like,
generation.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like I call it spiritual debt. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, a person die. If you die, your kids got to pay off your debt. If everybody ain't know that, you know what I'm saying?
Alright.
So it ain't even good to die with no fucking debt.
Right.
Because your kids gonna have to pay for all that shit. Now, why not consider your fucking future and put yourself in a position to die and nobody can cover your funeral costs? You know what I'm saying? So who gonna pay for it? You know what I mean? Now, if you got kids and you got a house, like they may have to sell your house to pay for your funeral. You know what I'm saying? They may have to sell your house to pay for your funeral. If you ain't thinking ahead enough to prepare for certain shit. You know what I'm saying? So like we be losing out just off not thinking ahead. So how can we improve as a people? Let's promote this thinking ahead. You know what I'm saying?
It's a life insurance.
Yeah.
Be prepared. You know what I mean? That's real though.
Yeah. No doubt. Let's think it. Let's promote. You know that the calculated mind, because when you think about the people that's oppressing us, that's how they mind work.
Mm-hmm.
They think way ahead.
Just for every
You know
move
what I'm
that
saying?
you think you gonna make.
Yeah.
He got you.
The so-called Willie Lynch theories and this, that, and the third. That was a plan that was going to affect people way ahead of its time.
Generation.
Right.
So, yeah, like we need to think ahead, and we need to think it. Then, yeah, people will get it after that. You know, I can't say too much.
I mean, one of the let me say one of the songs on the album, "Song for CC."
Yeah.
It seems to me, you know,
Yeah.
you have a theme where you're reminiscing about DC and how it was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I guess somebody can get from your music, if they hear a lot of collection of songs with honing in on Song for CC.
Yeah, all my shit is like that though.
Yeah,
Even like from
that's
110,
Yeah.
to different projects. All my joints is like that. You know what I mean? Even Us vs. Them. Yeah, all my albums is kind of like I'm narrating the city as it changes. You know what I'm saying?
And that was one of my questions. How has the gentrification in the city, how has it affected the music? You know, thinking about it when you started out and the way DC was, and then to the current, to, you know, how has the city's changing affected you artistically and your music?
It just gave me more, it made me want to start promoting the ability to be able to preserve by thinking ahead and being able to have that, it's the intellectual, balance, ways though it's not over consumed with bullshit, and it's like we retaining everything we need to know to be able to compete on a higher level, to be able to preserve some of the things that we complaining about losing now. You know what I mean? Which all come from just not thinking ahead and shit. You know what I mean? But what was the question again?
How is the way the city has changed gentrification?
Right. And then it made the city's changed, like it made me realize, you know, I gotta talk about this certain shit, because who else gonna give a fuck to talk about it? You know what I'm saying? You know, certain people you had to be there to know to talk about certain shit.
Right.
So I was like, man, city feel. It's the back in the day, front on 9th Street, nigga, city feel. Like you certain shit where you had to be there to know. You know what I'm saying? Like if you ain't really from DC, you're not even gonna know about certain shit. You know what I'm saying? So let me drop it. You know what I'm saying? And it don't even sound like the original DC flavor, but it's a whole nother side of the city, because that's how much I know about this shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So
real motherfucking.
yeah. So
who did you work with on the culture of